Today, I'm speaking to you if you experience overload. Like maybe other people are making really great decisions, they're moving forward, they're taking action, and you're like, I don't even know what's in front of me because I am completely shut down and on overload. I do something with myself and with other people called decision triage. And maybe that's what you need today. It's for those moments where you just feel swamped, like you're in a boat and it's swamped with water. And you're like, how do I even start? How do I even know that there's a decision or anything that I can do right now? So, what I do is unpack the overload. The way we do this is I have people make a list of what you know. So, for example, um, I was just talking to people who had been recently laid off from their jobs. I said, what do you know? Maybe you know that you have a certain benefit. Maybe there's somebody who's going to help you with your resume or help you um, do some career coaching through. Oftentimes, there's packages like that that they'll help you. Sometimes there's not. Maybe you have a friend who is really great at interviewing or who knows somebody who's in HR who could help you, right? There are things you know, right? Make a list of the things you know. I have this much in my savings account. Whatever. I'm just using unemployment as an example. I I can apply for unemployment. I can't apply for unemployment. Whatever your situation is, just what do you know? Um, and then you write down the unknowns. These are things you don't know, but you could know that would be helpful, right? That are related. Like uh, maybe I don't know somebody in HR, but maybe I have a friend who might know somebody who has advice for me. Or um, thinking about networking, like I'm interested in these three fields and I don't know anything about those jobs. I just know because I've read about them. And so, what I don't know is people in those fields that I could talk to. Who do I know who could connect me with people in those fields that I could maybe do an informational interview about, right? To find out more about that field. So that's those are the unknowns that you could know. Then I want you to make a list of the uncertainties. Okay. And uncertainties are like this. Uncertainties are whether or not you're going to be hired. Is AI going to take your job? Like, like all these crazy things that just kind of can happen. Is there going to be an economic downturn? Um, are my skills obsolete? What skills are going to be in demand in the future because of AI? Like, there's all these like uncertainties about your future, right? So to just acknowledge those are things you can't control. They're just things that happen. It's like if I say I live near Seattle, say I'm going to Seattle and I'm looking at my phone, I'm like, "Ugh, there's a 70% chance of like heavy rain this afternoon, and I'm gonna go walk around Seattle. That's the uncertainty is whether or not it's gonna rain, right? There's a chance the weather forecaster said it's 70% chance. There's a chance it's gonna rain. There's no way for me to know until it's 4:30 and I'm walking in downtown Seattle and I look at the sky, is it raining or not raining? So then I can make decisions, right? I own a raincoat. I know that. I know it might rain. I've looked on my weather app to find out if it's going to rain. It says it might rain. So I make a decision. I take my coat with me. I take my raincoat and haul it around Seattle, which I hate doing, tied around my waist, so that I can be prepared for that uncertainty. And then it rains or it doesn't. Is it a good decision? Yeah, for me, it was a good decision because I was prepared. It was still a good decision if it didn't rain because I didn't want to get wet. It's okay. We don't control what happens at the other side of our decision. We control our decisions. So, recognizing your knowns, your unknowns that you could know, and uncertainties. And then what I want you to do is take a look at those unknowns and say, what would give me relief to know what's really stressing me out on this list that I could then find out? And what's the next step to finding out? Because sometimes we're swamped in our boat because there's too much tangle of unknowns and uncertainties. There's too much that's not known, and we can't get clarity at all. It's normal to feel swamped if it's like that. So there's nothing wrong with you. Start to get in action about those things that you can take action on to know. And then you start to fill in the unknowns. And then you can start to get some clarity. Now, I do want to give you a word of warning. There's this bias called the confirmation bias, and it affects how we think about things. It also affects what Google is going to give you, the information AI is going to give you, because they are trained to know you and know what you want. It's served up as like, oh, look, we're so great. We know you, so we can like customize your search. Yeah, the problem is they're going to only give you things you already know or want. They're not going to give you things that are outside of that realm that are actually important information. So, if you're gathering information about your unknowns that are knowable, if you are using a search engine or AI or anything, I want you to open a private browser. Go to DuckDuckGo. I think they don't track, they don't remember what your preferences were. So you're going to get a more unbiased picture of what's happening. It's the same reason if there's some big international or national thing happening, I go to my Seattle Times for news. I go to CNN and maybe public television, and then I go to Fox News or something like that to see how people are seeing it differently. Not for any reason other than to get a perspective about what is the truth. Because all of these places that I get news are going to have their own perspective. And I'm the one who gets to decide what the information means, but it means I have to get the whole picture. And in any one of those sources, I'm not going to get the whole picture. So the founder of the whole field of decision analysis is the one who taught me this. It's like, go to all of them. If it's a big thing, go to all of them because it's making me a more intelligent, robust, and well-informed person so that I can make the most powerful decision for myself going forward or my family, right? So I just want you to be warned as you're going through and filling in the unknowns. Watch for it. Watch that you're not getting biased information and guard against it. Guard against it. I would ask AI, pretend like you don't know me. Pretend like you don't know me. What is the neutral advice you would give, right? To just general. Give me the right, left, and center information. What is the opposite of that? So ask for the opposite information. There are things that you can do to encourage like mainstream opposite information that will make your and data driven or research based information that will really help you. So I hope this served you. I'm Amy Day with clarityforaction.org. We teach people how to make great decisions because when we know how to make great decisions, we save time and our life force in agonizing and spiraling, not knowing what to do. And instead, spending that valuable energy, that valuable resource of our brain that wants to save energy, we save that resource for being effective in actually making the great decisions for our life so we can live the life we want, create what we want for our own families. I hope this supported you today. If you ever need support, reach out. We're here to serve you. Our website's at the in the description below. And of course, like and subscribe. Take care.